Hi everyone. Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Uh, do I have updates? I mean, yes, I do have updates. Just I think it's just basically what I had said yesterday. I went again to, not necessarily again, but after the live session yesterday, I continued with Bali, trying to find more people, and honestly, I couldn't. But I continued the conversation with the person that was like the victim, and I thought I was going to like link her up, of course, because it has to be like she has to be linked up with somebody there. And then I asked her for her email or something like that, but she has not responded. And then I thought to myself, why am I even asking for her email? That maybe the right thing to do was just to like create a Google form, right? In the Google form, she gets to leave her email. She gets to um, what's that thing? Leave her number, and then I guess I'm also going to ask her what she would count as safety in this case because it's an occurrence that has gone. I mean, and then again, with this kind of occurrence, except we're trying to treat it for like the whole of the area, which pretty much doesn't make sense to me. But if we're trying to treat it for her, which is what we're going to do, if we're trying to treat it for her, the best we could just do is give her tips on, how to go about it when she's there. Maybe like a script on the exact same thing to say in the local language, so that those people would leave her. So basically, I'm going to ask her what she would count as safety in this case, and then ask her to like narrate the whole thingy. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Google form for complaint, like in general, whether it's valid or whatever. And yep, that's it. Okay. Then I've started working on the country briefs to should finalize every for all the city or countries. Say by next week Thursday. Arrange all okay. Frameworks is an internal file. Yeah. So Google Forms. So not create a form. I think that's also an internal file. I'm not sure it's something I should be creating on the live session. Okay, I'll just while we are here, I'll create it then continue with the usual TikTok. Occurrence is vividly describe what went wrong. Really describe what went wrong. Sketches. Feel free to attach sketches below. To attach sketches, images. Mm. Email exchange with timestamps, etc. Mm. Maximum file size 100 MB. Maximum number of files. Can do 10. Upload evidence. Yeah. Then the last is if this, let me, if this, and I think I'm going to add that in the form description. And also for it's all for you. Anything else we should know? Yes, we should know. Gosh, is required. Mm. I'm so glad I didn't miss this session today. Because I always have my alarm set at 6 actually. But I think Sundays, I don't know, maybe I just, maybe I deleted it. And I've not been sleeping well lately, so my diet changed. Okay, not diets. I'm on uh, what's that thing called? Iron, iron, getting more iron journey, and whatever it is I'm using is not making me sleep well. It's disrupting my sleep, and you know, off the path goes live with the first company tomorrow. So please feel free to tune in. It's on Instagram. It's 7:30 a.m. BST. Yeah, because I mean time zone. So I'm just going to create a description for this one. I like to just keep it lightweight, very brief, and all of that. ChatGPT. Okay, so I want to create a safety release form for folks who have then gotten our subscription plans and they have a complaint, they want to leave like their safety complaint. And I already created the form, but I want to make it as easy as possible, as simple as possible. But I need a description for the form. I want you to differentiate that if something is happening in real time, does it if something has happened in real time or something in real time, if something has happened a few days after, our approach to solving it might be different. And then even if somebody has contacted us, we only solve for one, we don't solve for all. So that means that if a villa is robbed, we are only able to help the person that has called us, right? We cannot help every other person, things like that. I want that description to have that. So we solve for you, we don't solve for all. Yeah. And then in the form, I also want to let them, if it's a day, if it's an event if something has happened multiple days or a couple of hours before they are replying to us, they should also state in the form how they would describe safety or how they would need our help. For example, say that somebody bought a tour, right? And then the tour happened, but it felt like a scam, right? And then say it happened like a week, they contacted us like a week after. We're not able to look at that in real time, right? Because I mean, days have gone by, and for them getting that refund might be hard. Or if it's an apology, they feel we like do it for them, or them going on another tour, because it's not in real time, so they have to tell us what safety will meet them in that, in that scenario. Trying so hard not to reference the um okay, so yeah, control C, control V. Wait, I wanted to name it safety complaint form, but this is saying safety support request. Guess it makes more sense. Safety support request. Yeah, that kind of make more sense to me. Uh, and so from here to be easy for me to assign um these people would end up responding to this to somebody, to a local in that place, because right now I don't have a system for it yet. But yeah, oh gosh, please. How did I touch it? I just can't. Okay, this is good enough. For example, okay, I'm just going to let's see if I can have a logo. Then I'm going to publish. Uh, choose image. Hmm, couldn't cross that off my list. The next thing right now is just go to TikTok. We're changing countries. We've done Thailand, we've done Bali. I'm going to look at our hashtag discovery to see what we should be doing next. Can we just go to that time? We do that today. We do the next place tomorrow too, and that would give me an idea of what should be in our country brief. I have done it based on the two places that I have, observed. But what's wrong with a little more observing? Okay, fine enough. This is all done. I'm going to publish this. I'm going to shorten the URL. I'm going to copy and I'm going to give you where to complain and just give you safety, safety complaint from, yep. Now let's move to TikTok. Okay, so John Thailand with company was supposed to go to Tanzania today. What's in Indonesia? Okay, yeah, let's get into sharing my screen. TikTok, share screen. Explore. I don't know what the extern have been doing for the last couple of days. Sharing that signal to TikTok, but I only want like travel content. Tanzania. It has to be travel there. If not, it will just give me like random stuff. Oh, Tanzania travel. I'll forever be grateful for starting 100 journeys in 100 days because I mean, it gave me like my next challenge. But beyond that, every day I get to like work on 100 journeys in 100 days. I always feel like a deeper sense of connection, not just to the problem that was solving, but to like, it every day constantly feels like there's a place for me here, like there's something here, really. And I don't think that as somebody who is bootstrapped, who is constantly coming up with innovative ways to make things work, I don't think that's something I would ever outgrow in all of the work. I know I'm doing a lot of work, but I've just made a decision that I'm not going to look at it as if I'm doing a lot of work, even though I am. So it's selective. I can spiral into like overthinking. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this. This to do. I have to this to do and all of that. So I just made that decision by myself to not bother, the work and just like do the work. And I'm grateful that there are constantly pointers that okay, this is even what doing. This is a time for this now. Because again, I had this fear in the beginning. I mean, not at the beginning of 100 journeys. I think maybe like day 30. I'm like, what if I'm trying to do something that is not. So you have the right idea, but it's not yet the right timing. That's a different kind of struggle on its own. And so, but the more I make my research, the more I get to people, the more I show up every day. I realize that this is the season for this, and at the end of the day, too, sometimes when you're bootstrapping, when you're doing this the kind of things, you're doing it with like a lot of belief, and then you're doing it with like a lot of grit, gusto, lots of joy. And that joy does not exempt you from feeling like, this is not working, or okay, it's just time to pack up, or let's pivot. And I was talking about pivoting last and I'm like, oh sorry, I said last week. Sometimes last week, and I was like, with Zago, we're not necessarily pivoting, we're layering. And I think it's so, so, so beautiful that the 100 journeys in 100 days gave me that. It has given me like intense clarity. I can't even begin to explain it. I mean, when we started, I just wanted to sell 100 journeys in 100 days. And then when I posted it, I have to say, hi, so that is so bold. That is so. Oh my gosh, I'm like, and then I wavered a bit. I'm like, let me say this in my, the, with somebody in my side of the world where I said, should we go sell 100 days like this? Like, are we going to be able to sell, sorry, I said 100 days. Are we going to be able to sell 100 journeys like this? And, but it's amazing how far we've come. It's amazing where we're currently standing. It's amazing that we don't have a product, but we have like companies with over 400 folks trusting us. We have some companies in 34 countries trusting us. I think that's crazy. On the B2B side, that takes people like days of back and forth emails and all of that. And just the fact that I've not also like ever been discouraged is something, right? Because I know that it's a journey, and before I started on the journeys in 100 days, I told myself that I don't know how, but I was never going to come out of this the same person that went into it. And I'm grateful to have, be in that place to creatively stretch myself every day. So it's not like I'm going to get ideas from somewhere or like I always say, I come on this life without scripts. I actually do because I thought it would be stressful to come on the life with scripts and I'm trying to get in my head and I just thought, please, I don't have the time for that. And it's beautiful that, every day we're able to think of something, we're able to get something done anyway. So yeah. Oh, uh, I don't think anybody should be going to Tanzania now because of that election. Okay, things are going back. If they keep the country, so this is not something I'm to look at because obviously this is not something that happens every time. We're trying to solve something that is very funny. We're trying to Spider. Spiders are females the colors. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. Um, if it's just it's a network, honestly, we can't help anybody with networks. What people saying is not safe. Wait, wait to make context. Maybe the election or something. I think this is also just like talking about the election. I'm not sure what to say. Okay, maybe I could say, when you say, when someone is trying in office policy, office culture, oh, when the CIA girl come in, or, the CIA guys, and they're like, well, you're not privy to this information above your pay grade. Honestly, I think this is what I think about this election, whatever. It's above our solve rate. 2024. The fact of all, we don't want to wait for the fastest way to get out. Oh, it's the election. Okay. Everybody always says that. Comes to their regions, they just sorry, I had to go through that. But I saw that the Tanzanian authorities had issued an apology, and they had said that they are constantly in line with the UNWTO. That's UN. It's not UN tourism. Um, what's that thing called? Regulations, and travel is now safe. And I guess I was surprised when I saw it too. Is it not too early? The election was just a couple of weeks ago, but okay. Why is it 18 hours again? I gosh, I don't know. Is the election not over? Or this is post experience that folks are sharing. Anyway, everywhere is the role of the government to make sure tourists are safe if something happens in their country and it involves you. But I feel like with the news that I've seen about Tanzania, I think the government couldn't pretty much do anything, right? Because it happened in mass. So maybe it was just so hard for them to curtail in real time. I don't know. Okay, man. How did I get into my search? It's already hidden. Oh, okay. It's also saying 23. Okay, because I was thinking this fight was over. It's a tough call to do. Oh, okay. So things are peaceful, but there's no internet. Alright. Elections aside, that's one of the major problems in Africa. It happens so that we have the largest population of young people in the world. Okay. Many things are just wrong. structuralist. I was recently going to Kenya. I cannot say a lot about this because again, it's just about the election. You know, if somebody were to call to us to say, "Oh, we are doing all that," they're shooting in Tanzania and they're shooting and they're in Tanzania. You probably just have to saying that honestly, not join any protests and all that. Pretty much everything that we do. Not just I don't think this hashtag is helping me. So to the next. Although I have a few hashtags that I knew worked well with other cases, so let's see. This ones have been solved. Enter Apple. Can I get my screenshot? Come on, shooters. Also, it was April. A long time ago, but still good enough for my evidence. Uh, oh my gosh, I didn't save them. Let's see, Tanzania. Sorry, can you? Let's see, Tanzania. Okay. How do I know they will not discount? See, this has nothing to do with what we're doing. Because I usually safety. Mm-hmm. Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. House cam. God knows if I like if something goes horrid. I'm not even thinking about social media. Anyways, I'm thinking about how to arrest your hands and get my things back because um, yeah. It is need to like blow out some of this things. Tanzania. Download this one and contribute. Tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Please do not forget to join us on Off the Path tomorrow. It's happening at 12 p.m. IST. It's an Instagram live session.